This was more than just a poker game. It was a grudge match. Daniel Negreanu and Doug Polk played 25,000 hands of high-stakes drama, trash talk, and mind-blowing moves. Two giants, one feud. But what really happened when egos, millions, and years of bad blood collided on the virtual felt? Let's break it all down. Let's go back in time. The year was 2014. Daniel Negreanu, also called Kid Poker, was already a legend. He was funny, smart, and one of the best live poker players in the world. Everyone loved watching him play. When he talked, the poker world listened. He had won millions and was known for reading his opponents like a book. But one small tweet started a very big storm.
I'm with the legend, Mr. Helmuth.
This has to be the only main event table at the moment with 20 bracelets on hand.
Daniel's gonna have to sit this.
It all started here. Daniel played in a big poker event called the One Drop. He finished second. Not bad, right? But some people still criticized his play. One online player, Daniel Mariles, asked him on Twitter, "Can you beat $25, $50 online cash games?" That's a high-stakes game with a lot of money on the table. Negreanu replied saying he hadn't played online in a while, but with 2 weeks of practice, he believed he could win. He was confident, as always, but not everyone agreed with him. Doug Polk saw the tweet. Doug was a big name in online poker. He went by the name WCG Ryder and was a master of heads-up, no-limit hold'em, the same kind of poker Daniel talked about. Doug didn't like what Daniel said. He tweeted back that it was naive to think Daniel could win that fast. Tensions start to rise, and just like that, the fire was lit. The two poker stars went back and forth on Twitter. Doug said Daniel didn't understand how hard online poker had become. Daniel said he believed in his skills. The fans took sides. Some cheered for Daniel, others backed Doug. The battle lines were drawn. From tweets to trouble, over time, things got even more heated. In 2016, PokerStars, one of the biggest poker sites, made some big changes. They stopped giving rewards to many longtime players. Lots of people were upset. But guess what? Daniel, who was sponsored by PokerStars, defended the company. Then it got worse. He said the changes could help the game by making it harder for pros to crush beginners. That made people even angrier. He even said something that sounded like, "More rake is better." Now, the rake is the fee the poker site takes from each game. Nobody likes more rake.
All for the game, it's actually better because pros aren't playing. So nobody's like, so they're losing the rake money, which is going to be more, but they're not losing as much. They're basically passing the money around, you know?
Yeah.
You know, there's nobody just...
Then Doug saw this as a huge mistake. He started calling out Daniel more and more. He made videos on YouTube about it. He told fans that Daniel was going against the players. And while Daniel never actually said, "More rake is better," the phrase stuck. People started using it to mock him. The t-shirts and the billboard, Doug took things to a whole new level. In 2018, during a big poker tournament in Las Vegas, he bought a giant billboard outside the casino. What did it say? MoreRakeIsBetter.com. Ouch. That was a direct hit at Daniel. But Doug wasn't done yet. He also wore t-shirts to events that said, "More rake is better." He wore them proudly, and the cameras loved it. Everyone knew it was about Daniel. And Daniel? He was not happy. You could see it on his face. The feud was getting stronger and louder. Daniel was the king of live poker. He smiled at fans, made funny comments, and was always on camera. Doug was the online wizard. He played alone on a computer but knew the math and the strategy better than most. They were two very different players and two very different people.
All right, peeps, this is it. This is got the neck comfy. We got the little puppy. It's a good boy. It's a good boy. I got my tray little thingy here for the mouse. Gonna lean back, chill. I don't need this because I'm not talking. We didn't talk much anyway, and there's no chat. So tune in though, ggpoker.tv, and you got, of course, Kevin Martin, Cocky T will be doing commentary, probably making fun of my dumb plays on the internet. But it's a long road ahead. You can tune into ggpoker.tv. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss notifications as to when we go live. Good luck, me.
Time passed, but not the anger. Even when Doug retired from poker in 2018, the feud didn't cool down. He kept making videos about poker and sometimes about Daniel. Fans always asked, will they ever play each other heads up? It seemed like the answer was no. But then came 2020 and everything changed. The feud that started with a tweet turned into one of the biggest battles in poker history. 2020 was a wild year for everyone, and that includes Daniel Negreanu. During a live poker stream, something bad happened. An online troll made a rude comment about Daniel's wife. Daniel got angry and said some harsh things back. Because of this, his Twitch stream was shut down. While some people understood his reaction, others thought it wasn't a smart move, especially for someone who's a big name in poker. Just like that, Doug Polk jumped in. He had teased Daniel before, but now he took it to the next level. He tweeted a challenge, "Let's play heads up." And to everyone's surprise, Daniel said yes. It was finally time. The two longtime rivals would face off in a massive one-on-one battle. Fans all over the world were ready. The poker world was buzzing with excitement. This was the moment everyone had been waiting for. Two poker titans, one big grudge match. Daniel and Doug agreed to play 25,000 hands of heads-up poker. The game type? No limit hold'em. Stakes were high, $200, $400 blinds. That means huge pots, huge swings, and lots of pressure. They could stop after 12,500 hands, but only if one player wanted to quit. First, they played 200 hands live in Las Vegas at the Poker Go studio. After that, the rest of the match would be played online, 2 tables at once, several times a week.
Real cards. Check.
Check around.
Negrano with the check back on the flop.
Check.
Still not looking to bet top pair, Kane.
Interesting.
At the live event, people expected fireworks, but guess what? They got smiles instead. Daniel and Doug actually seemed friendly. They laughed and joked. Some fans were confused. Weren't these guys supposed to hate each other? Daniel later explained, "Doug is really loud online, calling me names and all that. But in person, he's softer, like many online trolls." Looks like Daniel had called it right. Now, let's have a look at some of the rounds and how things went down. Round 1, Daniel's big start. The match started with 200 hands played live at the Poker Go studio in Las Vegas. Daniel Negreanu surprised everyone by taking the early lead. With smart plays and solid reads, he walked away from the first round with a big win, up $116,500. Fans watching the stream were thrilled, and many began to wonder if Daniel could keep it going. But this is only the beginning. If you think this game ends in just a few sessions, think again. This turned into one of the longest and wildest rivalries in poker history, and the most shocking sessions are still to come.
Kirali.
Last hand. Okay.
And a lot of gas money has been packaged and delivered here. $117,000.
Round 2, Polk strikes back. But Doug Polk wasn't going to stay quiet for long. In round 2, the action moved online with 424 hands played. This is where Polk showed what he was made of. Known for being a heads-up master, Doug quickly took control. He finished the day up $218,290, which not only erased Daniel's early win, but also gave Doug the lead overall.
River give up. Daniel checks back the ace. The original check back here with ace jack seemed a little strange to me, but you said there's merit to it. Tough to get called by.
Round 3, more for Doug. The momentum stayed with Polk in round 3, where 382 more hands were played online. Doug continued to dominate the virtual felt, making strong decisions and capitalizing on every small mistake. He ended the session with another win, this time adding $166,239 to his total. It was clear that Doug's online experience was giving him the edge.
Because one, Doug seems like he's playing very well against it. He's putting in some raises in there that's throwing Daniel off, I think. And I feel like that's what's hurting Daniel's chances in the long run. But
fast forward to round 12. By the time round 12 rolled around, things were heating up. This round saw 684 hands played, pushing the total to 5,751 hands overall. Unfortunately for Negreanu, this session was one of the toughest yet. Doug went on a tear, winning big pots and building a massive lead. He ended the round with a gain of 332,178, bringing his overall lead to $596,197. Daniel had a string of bad luck, and it showed.
No, I used to. Those are awesome. But here, good point. Jeff is the type of guy to drink out of an empty glass like he's been doing the past 30 minutes. There was at least a little bit left, but yeah, now it's pretty empty.
Round 13, Daniel fights back, but Daniel wasn't done. In round 13, the two battled through 476 hands. Daniel stayed focused and played well, managing to take back $17,180. It wasn't a huge swing, but it was a win, and a sign that Negreanu was still in the fight. Every dollar counted, and this small step helped slow Doug's runaway lead. Round 14, the giant pot. Then came round 14, and with it, one of the most exciting hands of the match. Out of the 600 hands played that day, one stood out, a pot worth a jaw-dropping $180,000. Both players had a flush, but Daniel's was higher. He scooped the massive pot and ended the session with a win of $10,000. It wasn't just about the money, it was a momentum boost that Daniel needed. You might be wondering after this intense battle, who's going to win? Maybe you've made your predictions. But trust me, this game is about to flip upside down.
Calls the flop. I guess it went check, check, turn. Yeah, I think this is a spot where I don't know how many tens we're going to be checking here for Daniel. I don't know how many strong hands we're going to have in the spot. Like, Daniel's not going to have any kings. He probably doesn't have any.
Round 15. One more step. Daniel kept climbing in round 15. Over the course of 450 hands, he managed to win another session, this time adding $40,000 to his total. While Doug still held the lead, now down to $518,417, Daniel was starting to close the gap. His confidence seemed to grow with every round, and the match was far from over. Fans watching were now more hooked than ever, wondering if the comeback was real.
Tepic tells us, you guys have been making Friday and Saturday quarantine weekends in New York City a hell of a lot more tolerable. Thank you for saying that, Tepic. We're glad we can be there for you. We're glad we can provide a hint of entertainment or at least a little bit of an escape from what's going on right now in the world. So,
why? What's happening, Jeff?
Yeah.
So, who's winning now? After 7,250 hands, Doug Polk was up 518,407 Tieslers. That's a lot of money, but the match wasn't over. There were still many hands to play. Anything could happen. After 35 sessions, Doug Polk led by $946,085 with just 1,618 hands left. In the 36th and final session, things got wild. Polk showed his hole cards on a 5-minute delay, and early on, Negreanu jumped ahead with strong hands like pocket jacks and trip tens. He even caught Polk bluffing and built a $100,000 lead. But Polk didn't panic. He fought back with gutsy calls, solid value bets, and a rivered flush that flipped the session. Slowly, he climbed ahead. Then, a flurry of big pots sealed it. Flushes, sets, and bluffs caught perfectly. Negreanu tried, but Polk kept landing punches. In the end, Polk won the final session by 256-199.75, finishing the epic heads-up match with a total profit of over $1.2 million. After months of tension, strategy, and twists, the high-stakes feud was over. Doug Polk was the winner, no doubt about it.
300,000.
600,000.
Did you just go up to 600,000?
Yep.
Did you do another shot of tequila behind our back? 650,000.
Was hoping maybe you would just snap to take the over there, but I know Jeff's going to play really tight. He's not going to play at all like what we've seen out of Doug and Daniel. He's just...
In the end, not to mention, Daniel Negreanu is a 6-time World Series of Poker champion and has 2 World Poker Tour titles. Doug Polk has 3 WSOP bracelets and is known as one of the best heads-up players ever. This match wasn't just poker, it was pride. It was history. It was Daniel versus Doug, once and for all. If you love the action, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more epic poker battles. Click here to watch more.